Hello, everyone. I am Faith Godbold from A Touch of Faith. Thank you for watching the replay. Come on in. I am super excited to be back with you today as we make a beautiful cross wreath. And this live is going to be a tribute to one of our special members. I'll tell you about that in just a minute. But as you're coming in, make sure you say something so I know you're here watching us live or later on the replay. And as you're coming in, I always look forward to seeing how far our broadcast is reaching. So if you don't mind, would you drop your city and state? Let us know from where you're tuning in from. If this is your first time tuning in, comment the word new. And after the live is over, I will go back and invite you to become a special part of our family here on Facebook and on YouTube. So speaking of Facebook, if you haven't already done so, make sure you're following our page. You want to turn on your live notifications. In fact, you can do that right now. If you tap the screen, click those three dots, go ahead and make sure you are following the page. You can like the page and turn on live notifications. And then, of course, on YouTube, all I need you to do is exit the live chat right now. Make sure you click that subscribe button, click that notification bell. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up on both lives, Facebook and YouTube. And guess what? You'll be sure to always know when we go live when you turn on those notifications. So y'all come on in. Let me see who's joining us in the chat. I see my mom has made it. Hey, Mom, how are you? So happy you are here. Hey, Donzel. Donzel, we're going live earlier today. My mom needed to switch her time to an earlier time. So instead of taking her time, which would be 7, I thought I'd just go live a little bit earlier. So this is going to be just one live for today. But you know what? Maybe next time we might pull a double duo, right? So I appreciate you all tuning in. Keep on commenting as you're coming in. And thank you for those who got the notification that we were going live a little bit earlier. I forgot to tell you all about that. And Mom and I were discussing that earlier today. So before we get started creating today, I wanted to take a moment to let you know that today's live, we are going to honor someone very special in our family. And many of you may remember her. This is Miss Trina Austion, and she was one of our faithful viewers who showed up to watch our lives and cheer us on. And she always left the sweetest comments and encouragement. And today I went back and I was reviewing some of the things that she said on her posts. She would say things like, beautiful centerpiece, I definitely love it. And you did a beautiful job making the wreath, Faith. And she also once said, I love this show. And those words meant more to me than she probably realized. Miss Trina even shared our lives to her own page, and she invited others to come watch us create. And that kind of support is something I will never forget. And even though she wasn't quite able to make purchases like she so desired, she was still very much a part of this community. In fact, she was the winner of our 1K YouTube giveaway, and she received one of my sunflower wreaths as a result of that. So knowing that something I created is hanging in her home truly blesses my heart. She also shared with me that she wanted to get coasters, mugs, earrings, and bows one day, and she even talked about joining Faith's Creative Circle. So tonight's live is dedicated to her memory. And I want to say thank you, Miss Trina. Thank you for cheering us on. And for being such a beautiful part of the faith community. And I grabbed some tissues because I felt like I would need it. I didn't realize how sad I was until I started reading some of the things that she said. So tonight, as we create, we're going to do it in honor of Miss Trina. So as we go through tonight, if you have anything you want to add, if you have anything you want to say, if she ever encouraged you in the comments, feel free to leave a heart below tonight in her honor. And we certainly say prayers for her family. I never had an opportunity to meet her. She lived in New Jersey, and so I knew her online. But this shows me that you don't have to meet people in person for them to become family. So she truly was one of our faith family members, and she will be forever a faith family member. And thank you all so much. Donzel, thank you. So we are going to create something beautiful tonight. And I thought, what a wonderful way to honor her. We're going to make a cross wreath tonight. And this is going to be our Trina cross, Miss Trina cross. So what do y'all think about that? Is that a great way to honor someone who brought such great joy to our lives? And I can see her now. She's probably watching, ready to see me make. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a beautiful cross tonight. And I was looking through my mesh to see what colors we might want to choose. And for some reason, I went through all the colors that I had, but I kept coming back to purple. So we're going to design tonight. Let me grab the mesh. We're going to use some white. And we're going to use some purple. So these are going to be our two colors. Yes, she was one of a kind, wasn't she? So what do y'all think about these colors? I'm going to dry my eyes and we're going to go ahead and get started. Yes, that's what I thought. I wanted to do something to honor her. I don't even know her family, so they may not even know that we're doing this. They may never see it, but we're doing it for our community because that's what we do for each other, right? We take care of our family. We take care of our community. You know, I'm glad I grabbed that tissue at the last minute. Something said, go get some tissue. All right. So if you're ready to get started, go ahead and drop a purple heart in the comments. And I've already set up my frame. So our wreath today is going to be a very nice size wreath. It's going to be about 24 inches tall. And then we'll see how far out it extends, but that's going to be at a minimum. So this is going to make a beautiful wreath. And I'm going to start by creating the petals. So let's start with purple first. And I think at the end, we'll put a bow on it too. So here is my mesh. My mom and my aunt were here with me last weekend while I was teaching the creative circle. And as I was teaching, my mom was literally repeating the steps out loud. So as I was doing it today, Mom, I could hear you saying the steps. So I'm just going to take my mesh. You can see it's kind of curving up on my table, which is fine because I'm going to use it this way. I'm just going to grab this top tip and bring it straight down. And it's amazing how you can manipulate the mesh and make it do what you want it to do. So here we go. I'm just folding it, making it like a little triangle. And then I'm going to slowly start scrunching it up. This is how I also make the beautiful poinsettia wreaths, by the way. And as I scrunch it up, I'm going to twist it away from myself. And then all I'm going to do is tie it off. This is going to create the petal that we're going to use for our cross. And then I'm going to tie it just like so. Trim this off. And this is what we have, y'all. So that's going to be our purple. And then now let's do the same thing for the white. So same deal. We're going to have it on the table with it just kind of curving like that. I turn mine the same way every time, just so that the finished edge will always start on the right. And when I fold it, that's what you see. Okay, so I'm folding it, making that triangle, and I'm just scrunching it up just like this. And I'm twisting it away from me, squeezing and holding it together while I tie it off with my zip tie. Just like that. And then once I trim it off, that is what we have, y'all. So what do you think about that? So we're going to alternate between our purple and our white. And then as we go through, we'll make a few more because I didn't make all of them. I left some for us to make together. All right, so let me get the wreath form. And I think I'm going to start here at the bottom. So as we design, I'll move it around so you all can see it, okay? All right, so let's grab the purple first, just like so. Can y'all see that? And then all I'm going to do is just give it a couple of twists. I have my pipe cleaners here ready to hold it. Hold directly onto it. Just like so. So I'm going to give it a couple of twists. And tuck it in nicely. And that is the base of our frame. Now, can you believe I had to put my sweatshirt back on? We have some rain. What was it? Was it Thursday that it started raining, I think? And so that literally has cooled the weather off some. Today was like a high of 70, I think, 4 maybe. So we turned the heater back on. I pulled out my sweatshirt for today's live. I said, you know, I can use a little bit of heat today. All right, and see how we're just starting to add those to the bottom, just like that. Okay, so let's keep repeating that, and then we'll make a few more as we go. So I'm just alternating now back to purple. So what is the weather for you all? I know I looked up for Tuesday because that's St. Patrick's Day. I was curious as to what I might need to pull out because, you know, if you have like a shirt or a special kind of thing you want to wear, you want to make sure the weather is appropriate, right? It's going to be 50 degrees Tuesday, I think. So I was like, okay, if I wear my St. Patrick's Day shirt, I'll just put my long sleeves on under it. And we do have some of those in the shop, by the way. If you did not grab a shirt for St. Patrick's Day, it is not too late. You can still order one. Probably need to be close to me, though, to get it in time. Of course, if you're local, you can do a pickup. All right. So let me hold it up so you can see. Look at how we already have begun building our base. See that? So we're alternating the purple, the white, the purple, and the white. What do y'all think about that? Okay, so let's go back to purple. And there's so many colors that you could design with this. Y'all have any other color ideas? Like what other colors should we create with this? Oh, Donzel says 41 degrees in Ohio. Oh my gosh. So you really have some cold weather. My mom was telling me about my aunt who drives trucks. She took a nap in her truck, and when she woke up, it was snowing. So, oh my goodness. You just never know, right? All right, I had to pick some of those up off the floor. So we're back to the white. And these are beautiful. You can hang this on a door or on a wall. So let me know, where would you hang this, door or wall? I've had several customers order these before. I've had churches order these before. It's a beautiful decoration for Easter time, for spring. Let me see if I can zoom you in just a bit so you can see some of the details. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Just how it's stacking up so nicely there. Okay, back to white. Just giving it a couple of twists as I add it in. Just like so. And then I'm twisting all the way down. Thank you, Miss Valerie. She says she loves the colors. And this purple, I didn't mention it, but it is more of like a lavender. So you could go darker also if you want it. Let's see. And hopefully you can see the colors and how vibrant it is. Okay, so purple, white, back to purple. And see how it's creating like that 3D look. It's not a flat design at all, for sure. I'm going to tighten this up just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so door or wall, which one? Y'all tell me. Oh, thank you. This is for St. Patrick's Day, although I'm kind of ready to change them out already. I got my new Color Street subscription in. All right, and I'll zoom you back in just a minute. And I'm already thinking about what my next color is going to be. I haven't opened it yet, so I don't know if we'll have time to open it together on this live. But yes, I'll be sure to show you all. But I went green because I was planning ahead thinking, okay, I'll have it ready for St. Patrick's Day. But I'm thinking I'll probably do spring next, especially since I have the spring festival at the end of the month. And I'm still waiting to hear about another festival that may be on March 21st. So as soon as I hear, I will let you all know that. I like sharing that with you all, especially those who are close and in the area, and you can possibly come join us, support us. Okay, back to white. And then we'll make a few more. Okay, so I've done the bottom of the wreath now. Just like this. All right, so let's hold it up so you can see again how it's looking. Look at that. Back up just a little bit. What do you think? And I've designed this in blue and white before. So like I said, y'all, you can do so many colors with it. Oh, yeah. Gorgeous. Oh, my goodness. All right. So let's make a few more, which will help finish us off. All right. So here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and make these. I think we will add a bow also. And we might add in some greenery. I know we used the purple tulips last week. So if we decide we want some tulips, I'll have to go grab those. But I do have some flowers, like a floral filler bush, or spray, I should say. So I have that in here already. And I just thought about another idea for purple. So we might see. Depends on how heavy we want the flowers. And I'm kind of thinking lighter than heavy because of how we're going to interact or intertwine, I should say, those into the cross. So look at there, y'all. Just that fast. We made that one. All right, we're going to make a purple. I think I have a couple of each left to make. Just like so. So I think I have 14 days to spring break now. That's 14 work days. And I'm already looking forward to it. Got to see my mom and dad yesterday. That was really nice. So hopefully we'll get to do that again really soon. And Mom and I have been working on her project, so we spent some time doing that this morning. And I've been prepping for the Cherished Spring Festival. So if you haven't seen my announcement for that, it's coming up at the end of the month, March 28th and 29th. It's a 2-day event. There is a post on my page if you want to check out the details. But we are excited about that because that's my hometown. So getting to return to the place that I grew up is so special to me. Especially people who knew me then, they get to see me now and see all the amazing things that God has allowed me to be able to do. And I get to go back and be a blessing to them because I have so many supporters in Cherished. So I'm excited to return. And they can see my products in person. So yeah, I'm excited. Me too, Mom. All right, I think I see a couple more. So we have 2 more white and 1 more purple to make, and then we're done. So I do like the fact that this project doesn't require a lot of materials. It's quick and easy to make. I do teach this design in the Creative Circle. So if you want the step-by-step directions, you can head over to learnfromfaith.com. If you're on Facebook, just comment the word create, and I'll send you that link directly to your inbox. So what do y'all think? Donzel says it looks great so far. Thank you, Donzel. Have y'all gotten used to the time change? I feel like I have for the most part. I know I was a little tired at the start of last week. And yes, y'all, it was still dark when I was going to work. I don't know what I was thinking. I really thought it wouldn't be as dark. But after I thought about it, I said, wait a minute, I don't think I'm gaining any sunlight in the morning. So yeah, it's darker now. But as we progress into summer, I know it won't be as dark. All right, here is our last one. This part, as you can see, goes pretty quickly. This would look great on a wreath form too. The same petal, I've done that before. So if anyone wants this in a round wreath form, you can comment and let me know. And it would also look beautiful with the tumblers we made this week. I don't know if y'all saw those bows yet, but I finished up all of the bows. So Miss Lynette's getting all 3 of those bows because she blessed us so much this past week with her order. All right, y'all. So that is all of them. What do you think? All right. Are we ready to go ahead and add all of them in? I think we are ready. Okay, let's get our form back on the table. I'm going to flip it around now because I'm going to do the opposite side. Okay. Let's see. Let's do the left side. All right, right, so we're back to our purple. I'm just dropping these in, just like so. Okay, back to our white. And now this is our first cross for this year. I don't think I've made one in a while. Let me slide my ribbon over. I already had my ribbon kind of pulled there. Here, let me move it down. We'll look at ribbon in a minute. I didn't want the cross to knock it on the floor because it's going to hit it. So I told you it was going to grow and get larger. And hopefully you can see that. Let's see, there we go. Let me put it right there. Just like so. You could also mix up your colors. Like you don't have to do just the purple, like 2 colors and white. You could have you could do all solid. You could have a medley of colors if you wanted. So I know I was looking at some pinks and like pastel colors for Easter. So you could do any color you want for this design. All right, so now the left side is done. Let's move around and let's do the right side. Uh-oh, I found one that I didn't do, y'all. So we'll do it in a minute. It was hiding in my drawer. So we'll do this one last when we need it, okay? All right, so back to purple on this side. I'm just giving it a couple of twists. So did y'all figure out where else we could hang these? I was thinking hospitals, right? Could be that sign of encouragement for someone who needs it. We already said church. You can hang it in your home. It can go on your door. It can go on your wall, wherever you want it to go. Totally up to you. I was about to say I'm missing some, but I see it. It's right there. Just like so. All right, so now the left side is done. So all we have left to do is the top. So let's rotate it this way. Okay, back to our purple. And this is filling up my whole table here. The part that you see anyway. Okay. Let's zoom you in so you can see where I am. So I'm right here on that purple. I just did this piece right here. So now let's go up and do the white. Just like so. Can y'all see that? And then I'm just twisting all the way down. And I just fold it forward. Okay, now I've got to make the other purple. So let's slide this over again. Here we go. So this is our last one to make. Just like so. Scrunch it forward. Rotate it as I squeeze it away from me. And then we're going to tie it together. Oh, thanks, Mom. Okay, just like so. I also have a beautiful ombre that I think this would look gorgeous in. It's in the purple family. I almost grabbed that one, but I went for the solid instead. All right, let's bring our wreath form back. Okay, so now we're going to add the purple right here. Pull my sleeves up a bit so they don't get in the way. And then now our last one, let's add the white. Uh-oh, there we go. Just like that. All right, so let me hold it up so you can see what we have now. Look at there. Got to back up some because it's so large. Look at that. So here is now the beautiful base that we have built for our cross. Let me see what it measures. So remember, I told you we were going to get at least 24 inches tall. Now we're looking at about 38 inches tall and roughly 26 inches wide. Oh my goodness. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, so now we're going to make a bow. So let me show you some of the ribbons I picked out. At first, I was thinking I might want to go with a pattern. And so I found this one. It's like an argyle print. So that's one that I found. And we may still use it. I'm not sure yet. And then I felt like I didn't want to go with too many patterns. So I felt like perhaps some glitter would work. So let me look at that one. This one is in that lighter lavender, that purple. So I thought maybe we might make some of that in. Of course, you can't go wrong with a glitter white. And then I think I want to grab one more, y'all. And it's going to be like a white with some stripes. So let me go grab that. And y'all let me know what you think about the ribbon. We may or may not use this one. I'm going to see. But let me know what you think about the ribbons. I'm going to leave them right there while I go grab the other one. So I'm looking for my white with like the gray or silver. And hopefully this won't move. All right. So let me go grab that. I don't think I'm going to need this solid white that I have. I'm going to pull it out anyway. I don't think I'm going to need that. Let me see what this is. Oh, I think that's my bags. It's like, what is that? Bags. I went behind my drawer here. So I'm going to try to grab them so I don't have to get Mr. Touch of Faith to come take this drawer out. He's done that before. He doesn't mind doing it. All right, I got it. All right, y'all. So let me put the purple back on the shelf. And put the pink away that I have. All right, so I'm going to go grab some silver and I'll be right back. right, so that one didn't quite look the way that I thought, so I didn't grab it, but I did grab this instead when we get to the floral part. So let's save that. All right, so let's decide. I'm now thinking maybe we'll just do the glitters. I think I just want to do the bow with the glitter ribbon. So let's try that and see, okay? All right, so let me grab the bow maker. And we'll see what kind of bow we're going to come up with. I know Miss Trina would love our bow because she always loved when I made beautiful bows. And if we wanted to pull in a design, which I'm not going to do, but y'all, I still have the ribbon from the tumbler bows here. See, if we wanted to pull like a print in, we could. Let me just look real quick and see. See if we want anything like this, because right now I'm going for glitters. This is how it all gets started, y'all. I'll start playing with things. So if we did that, what do y'all think? Should we try putting in some of this? If we don't like it, we can make another bow. Let's try it. It's going to bring a little life and give it a little color. I hadn't even planned to use that, but I saw it sitting there and I said, ooh, let me grab that and see. So I'm looking. All right, we're going to go for it. So let's make a tail first of all. And then I think we'll make our loops. We're going to make it a nice size bow. Do that again. So we have just enough to do what we want it to do. You have to comment and let me know what you think. Mom, did you like that ribbon? This is going to be different from what I initially had planned. Okay. I'm just fluffing it out so I can see. Hey, Sister Julia, how are you? Think it's beautiful? Okay. So I'm literally just mapping it out so I can see what it looks like. All right, so let me show you what we have so far. So this was my unexpected ribbon, but look there. What do y'all think? All right, and then let's bring in some of our purple. And now I am considering, do I want to go with the solid that is not glitter? I mean, I like the glitter. I think I want to go without the glitter. Let's try it without. Hey, Miss Kathy, how are you? So let's do the non-glitters. And then if we want to try it with the glitter, we'll make another one, okay? Just like so. Oh, yeah. That's looking, oops, you know what? I need to start on the other side. I forgot because of how I'm making it. So let me flip it around, go this way. with it. There we go. This is just helping me have a fuller look to my bow. Just like that. I'm going to bring it up. Miss Kathy, how are you? We are live a little earlier today because Mom is going live at 5. So thank you all for hopping on. All right, so there is our gorgeous purple. We're trimming it right there. Yes, ma'am, doing well. Thank you. All right, I'll hold that up in just a second. It's amazing how you can have one thought or one direction for a design, and then when you get started, it can totally just transform. So that's what I love. Oh, look at that, y'all. Look at that bow. Y'all see that? Isn't that gorgeous? All right, let's bring in a little bit of that white so we can reinforce the design. And I think we might even bring back a little bit of the flowers. Let's see. Let's bring a little flowers first. Let's do that. So let's bring a little bit of this one back. Just like so. Hubby is cutting the grass, y'all. First time for the year. He said it's starting to grow. So he's outside the window right there now. He's trying to go ahead and get things done. All right. So let's put just a little bit of this color back in. Just like so. And the thing I love, when you're making your bows, there's no like right or wrong. You don't have to make it perfectly match and all the things like your sizing. It's really just up to you how you want to make it. And that is what we're doing. Okay. All right. And then we're going to end. I think I say that we might add a little bit more. We'll see. Let's add some white. Because I don't really want to go heavy on the white. I want to keep it more with the florals and purples. All right. So we're going to add a little bit of white in. And I think that's going to be it. I was going to bring back purple, but I think this is it. Let's just do a little baby bow full of the white. Just like so. Just like that. Here's my pen. All right, let me grab another one of those pipe cleaners right here. Started reorganizing my shelf. Right there. Hello, Miss Sheila. How are you? Welcome, welcome. So good to see you, sweetie. All right. Can't wait for you to see the actual design we're making. We're just creating a bow for it now. I want that to follow you. I'm going to move that in a second. All right. So let's grab the bow. We have our zip tie which is going to help make sure everything is nicely secured the way that I want it to be. And then I'm just adding my pipe cleaner on the back. That's going to be my hanger. So we're going to pull it nice and tight, just like so. Trim it down. All right, let's move our bow maker. It doesn't fall. These were our other options for bows. We were going to use glitter, but then we decided to add in the florals. So we took the glitter out. So here is our bow. We'll finish fluffing it once we get it on our project. Okay, so y'all ready to see what we're making for those who are just coming in? All right, here we go. Look, we're making a beautiful cross wreath. Y'all, look at there. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to add our bow to the center right here. Just like so. And look at how it's filling in so nicely. Ooh, and I'm loving the florals. I wasn't sure, but after we talked about possibly putting some flowers on it, I said, you know what? Maybe we will go with some floral ribbon. All right, so let me start pulling it, but I don't want to pull it too hard here. Let's make sure I still have a little bit of a give on it. Thank you, Miss Kathy. All right, hopefully that's not too tight. All right, and then now I want to turn it around a little bit. I want it this way. And that's the beauty with your bows. You have control over that. How they look, how they land in your design. There we go. So I'm just rotating the bow around, just like so. And then now let's start fluffing everything out, putting things where we want them to go. Thank you all. Okay, so I'm starting. Let's start with the florals first because that was our first layer. I'm going to fluff out that tail. It's easier for me to do it a lot of times by standing up at this point. So fluffing out that tail, fluffing out that loop. Now I'm going to grab this loop and fluff it just like that. I'm stretching and lifting it up. Okay. Here's another tail, stretching and lifting it up. Just like so, giving it a place to lay. And then the other loop is right here, stretching it up, just like so. Now we're going to move on to the purple and do the same thing. So stretch and lift it up, arching those tails forward to make them do exactly what I want them to do. Pull this one this way. Here's the other tail, just like that. And I do teach this cross design, nice and slow, in the creative circle. So if that's something you're interested in learning, comment the word create if you're on Facebook and come join us. YouTube people, just go to learnfromfaith.com. All right, and then now we need to trim down our final tail here. And then I'm going to look at it to see if anything else needs to be trimmed. Just like so. Like this one, I want it more arched. There we go. I'm going to cut this one, I think, just a smidge. Let me finish this one first. And then I'm going to hold it up and show it to you all. Okay, so just a little bit right here. So it fits better. And then this one just a little. I want it right there. There we go. All right, let's take a look at what we have now, and then we'll see if we're going to add those florals in. All right, y'all, take a look. How's it looking? Look at that. Oh my goodness. It's looking so good, isn't it? Turn it that way. There we go. All right, so I think what I want to do is let's add just a little bit of our florals. So I found this one when I went to grab the bow, the ribbons rather. So maybe we might add a little bit of this. And then the other one I had is my berry spray, which of course it has more of the flowers. Right there. Hey, Aunt Flo, how are you? It even has some little chunks of berries. So kind of like both of these. Let's see. Let's see what we want to pull off first. And I'm going to turn it just slightly towards me. I can see what I'm doing here. So it looks like I only have one little chunk of berries. I might have another. I think I have another one of these. And we used this recently. I'm doing well, thank you. We used this recently when we were designing the window frame that you saw on my page. So I think I'm just going to add a little bit of that, and I don't need all the wire this time. Yeah, I'm doing well, Aunt Flo. Thank you. So I'm just going to kind of position it first just to see where we might want some things. Ooh, that looks pretty. Let's grab the other one and take off just the berry. So that must mean I used that one before because it only had one. Here's the full bush. And you can see how full it is, how many like things it has for me to pick and choose. So I'm going to cut this one right here. I'm thinking if I come right here and go opposite, just like that. So let's go ahead and secure those in because I think for sure I want that there. My Aunt Florence was here with me last weekend in my studio. She and my mom while I was designing. We had so much fun, didn't we? All right, I'm just going to hold it right there for a second. Okay, and then let my bow just kind of cascade around that. Right, now let's do this one. She was my little Vanna White. She was my helper, getting things if I needed it. She would grab like another glue stick or whatever it was I was working on. She would just go grab it for me. So it was nice having both my mom and my aunt here helping. Tried to get them to help teach, but they said, nah, they want to leave that up to me. All right, and then I think I want to kind of go to some of the greens here. So let's just look and see. I'm going to cut a little sprig of this. So we just need a little bit. What do y'all think? Y'all like the florals? Oh yeah, we don't even need it that big. Let me get my real cutters here, the hefty ones. Yeah, I just wanted a little bit of greenery, y'all. Just a little bit. You'll be amazed, especially when you're putting designs together, how things can turn out. It's like you have one little idea and then it leads to another idea, which leads to another. And I hadn't even planned to do this, but when I was grabbing that ribbon, I saw it and I thought about it and I said, oh, let's try it. Let's try it. All right, I'm going to trim this a little bit shorter now since we have that greenery there. I want to block that, bring that in some. There we go. Oh, yeah. That's doing it. Angle it that way. That way. And then let's see, maybe another little piece. And I love this because it comes in all sorts of colors. So I think I know I saw pink. I have yellow. Trying to remember what other colors I have. I think I had green too. Mom, that's funny. I get it. My mom is using Mr. Touch of Faith's words on me. She asked him today if he would edit her book for her. And he said, if you want it done right, you don't want me to do it. You want Faith to do it. So I thought that was funny. All right. And then I think we're going to put our last little piece like right in there. And I say last as we round it off. All right, let's put a little piece there. There we go. Whoops, I didn't want it there. It was trying to change its mind, y'all, and I didn't tell it to go there. All right, I don't want that one there. So I may not use that. Let's see. Let me hold it up towards me. Then I can see. All right, I don't think I need that last piece after all. So let me show you. This is what we have. All right, can y'all see it? What do you think now? How did we do? I think we're finished. Move this out of the way. You loving the flowers? Yeah, and the ribbon. I know. It really kind of tied it all together. And I think before I say I'm done, hold on, let me fix this bow back right there. And of course, y'all, when I hang it up, I'll be able to see it even better. And that's when I make my last tweaks. But yeah, I think this might be it. All right, let me hold it up one more time. Look at there. Uh-oh, there we go. So, I have to say, we made this one for Miss Trina, and I think she would love it. What do y'all think? I think she would say, this one's beautiful. So yay. We're going to call this our Trina cross. And y'all know I say Miss in front of everyone's name, but this is going to be our Trina cross. So what do y'all think? I love it. Hey, Sister Cinda, how are you? I think, yes, Donzel. She would love it as well. So I appreciate you all joining us for this beautiful live tonight. And it was our special tribute. If you're just joining us, we wanted to honor Miss Trina Austion. And before we end tonight, I just want to say thank you again to Miss Trina for being such a beautiful part of our faith family. She faithfully showed up, she cheered us on, and she reminded us that sometimes the greatest support comes from those who simply take the time to be present. And that's what I'm always going to remember about her. So tonight we remember Miss Trina, and we thank her for every comment, every shared live, and every moment she spent with us here at A Touch of Faith. And so if Miss Trina ever encouraged you in the comments, feel free to leave a heart tonight in her honor. And we're going to miss Miss Trina. And I'm not going to talk so much like I did in the beginning that I get emotional again. But if her family should see this, we want them to know that she truly was a special part and will always be. She is a special part of our community here at A Touch of Faith. So we love you, Miss Trina. All right. So do y'all have any questions about anything we created tonight? I will get a final picture of this design that we created in her memory, in her honor. And I look forward to blessing someone with it. I know whomever gets this wreath, they truly will be blessed to have this. And just knowing that Miss Trina desired to have so many of my products and was not able to make that happen, but that's okay because we're going to keep creating. We're going to keep showing up. We're going to keep doing what we do. And I will tell you, for me today, that was such a powerful moment because I already knew that we were more than a business, but today sealed it for me. We are family, and that's why I call you all my faith family. And for that, I am truly honored. So just like we honor her, I want to say that I feel that way about each and every one of you listening and watching right now. So thank you, thank you, thank you so very much for being here, for being a part of our amazing community, because you know what? I couldn't do it if it were not for you all being present. So thank you for everything. And this is going to encourage and push me to do even more, to do even greater things, because we have such an awesome opportunity, those of us who are still here. And so let's do it for Miss Trina. Let's do it for ourselves. Let's do it for God. He's counting on us. And we each will have our own day. So we want to make sure that we do it right. Let's get it right now. And so for that, I just want to say thank you to each of you for being a blessing to me, being a blessing to my business. We've been going strong since 2018, and I'm so thankful for each of you for playing a part in that. So, with that being said, I want to encourage you to always go out and look for something good, because when you do, you know you have found God. And we'll be back next week, back to our regular schedule. We went live a little bit earlier today because my mom is going live at 5, so I wanted to go live earlier than later. So Tuesday, join us back on the page here at Facebook and YouTube, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be back for another amazing live. And if you're in the Cheraw area, don't forget, we'll be at the Cheraw Spring Festival on both Saturday, March 28th and Sunday, March 29th. So if you're in Cheraw, I look forward to seeing you there. Come out, support. Let us know that you're rooting us on. Come say hello. Come see my beautiful creations in person. You'll get to see my beautiful family that helps support me. And I'm looking forward to sharing that great, amazing weekend with you. All right, that is it, you all. So don't forget, God's got us, okay? God's got me. God's got you, and we've got this. Have a great night. I love you all so much. Bye, everyone.